Hello, everybody, and welcome in to episode 25 of Requiem, our Homebrew Dungeons & Dragons campaign. We've been going for 25 episodes, guys. That's halfway to 50. Great job.
That's cool.
You're all still alive, somehow.
For now.
Well, let's see. Let's wait for today. So, first of all, before we begin, you guys, as you can see, we have a new overlay. The fish has been working on the behind the scenes things, and she fixed us up with a new overlay. There's also a new battle map overlay, but you'll only see that when that becomes relevant. And usually when that becomes relevant, that's bad news, or great news, depending on what you like. But that's pretty much it. Remember, guys, these episodes are all available on YouTube. You can catch up through there. And to anyone who would rather watch them live and they're watching the video on YouTube right now, they're like, oh man, I really wish I knew what to do Saturday at 9 p.m. GMT or 10 p.m. Central European time, then this is exactly what you could do on Twitch. The link is also down below in the description on YouTube. And we also have full audio versions of all episodes on Spotify if you'd like to listen to those while you're walking to work. Beware, you might be scared a few times, either by Mick almost dying of coughing because Emily said don't jump, or by me making weird noises, or Vesper making moaning sounds, which she did once already. So either of those might spook you. There's also a lot of loud punching because Violet does thunder damage with her punches, or the right hand punches. Anyway, noise. Without further ado, I would say that it's time to move on to today's episode, because we ended up in a pretty interesting part. So let's all get ready for tonight's episode of Desperate Housewives. And we're back. So, before I give things over to you guys, let's get a little recap of what happened in the last episode. Velox Mors, the party of heroes of this Dungeons & Dragons campaign, left Port Nemeli, the port city in which they arrived, so that they may reach their goal, the end of their quest, or at least what they hoped for to be Owaza, the capital city of the Soul Empire. After months, or well, more than a month traveling, they finally reached it. They was visited during the night by a woman that seemed to be working for or with the cult that they had been fighting, if you can call them really a cult, that they had been fighting in their heads, in their minds. The Weave, who answer to the Weaver, an evil entity that they know very little about. After that strange visit that left them with maybe a few additional questions than they already had, they arrived in the city, finally. They went to their objective, the Fortune's Oasis. And they waited there for a sign, for Wiley, the woman that told them to go there in the first place, to travel without magical means. but she wasn't there. Instead, the space started to fill with rough-looking people, with weapons, with bounty hunters. They were by the dozens. It was impossible for Velox Mors to do something, or at least very unlikely. And so they decided to go with them peacefully. They were escorted across the Twilight District into these old-looking tenements. They were brought downstairs. They were put in a cell. And inside that cell, they found an old acquaintance, a friend. Some of us in the group even called her wife once. You can tell who it was by the instant look.
Oh.
But now she was distant. She was supposed to be far away. She was supposed to be protecting Violet's adopted daughter. Her daughter, to an extent as well. But yet she is here, in a dark cell in the middle of Awaza, the capital city of the Empire. When you see her earthen stone skin, when you look at the crystal she has on her head that serves for hair, her eyes, you see also that she's wearing a circlet that she wasn't before. There's a sense of immediate dread in Violet and Vesper. Haj'Draal and Emily, you loosely knew Grime for a few moments, but not enough. And Haj'Draal, you've never seen this person before, but you've certainly heard about her.
Have I not, because of sending?
You sent to Ketri, not Grime.
Oh, true. Oh, I got it mixed up. You're right.
And to Violet and Vesper specifically, that sense of dread. For a moment it is confusing in your minds to feel bad at seeing her. I mean, sure, it's a little bit awkward now that you two have this sort of loose relationship that nobody's ever yet understood what really is, because there's been a kiss, but then you guys kind of fought, and then you never was another kiss. There was just a hug. But there's still there's still a sense of dread, and you can't quite grasp at first if it's yours or not. And it hits you now that it's beginning. It's difficult. It's starting to be difficult to discern what are your feelings and what is this thing that seems to have been born with you. This has been, gnawing at you, and you realize in that moment, maybe this is just not dread. Maybe you're just a little bit nervous. But it is concerning that even in something so personal, there still seems to be an invasion of something. Grime, her words to you as you arrived in the cell were, well, finally you're here. I was thinking you'd never make it. Where's the old man?
Instantly, Violet will rush to her, grab her by the neck, and in kind of a growl, "Where is Ketri?"
Grime lifts up her hands.
And I try to look around. Wait, you fucked off.
You motherfucker!
She was ready.
The mad woman actually did it.
It was there the whole time.
Go on.
All right, so you're looking to see if Ketri is there.
Yeah.
She isn't. And you see Grime lift up her hands, and she grabs yours, and you feel something that you had not felt in a long time, which is the very strong touch of Grime, who has always overpowered you in just raw strength. And you feel your hand like hurt a little bit, and she could pull it away. But it is something of Grime's personality to just make you know that you're inferior, but still letting you do this.
Puta.
As she goes, before you start shooting shit my way, Ketri wanted me to come. Received the message from Wiley telling us to protect our minds right after you talked to Ketri, and so given what you told her, and with everything that was going on, she was worried and told me to come after you. That's why I have these. That's why you probably haven't been able to talk to us since then. I didn't want to leave her alone, but I felt like I owed her that after I fucked everything up with you. With all of you.
Where do you left her?
I left her in Vulcan. She's protected. Well, as much protection as Oud can give her.
What the fuck?
Oud is a great warrior. Probably greater than even I am. Maybe I'm exaggerating, that's not possible, but Oud is more than capable of protecting her, and Ketri is more than capable of protecting herself. I fought her on this, Violet. I have fought her multiple times. She would not let me leave you alone. And you know that would be true.
Even for this, you're fucking useless.
She goes. She is going to remove your hand. You can try if you you could try to contest
I
her
removed.
this.
When I said that, I removed.
All right. And then she goes, besides, the Horde spoke to me in my dreams. And he said it was important for me to be here. And he gave me a target. Someone I must kill. And you see kind of pleasure in those words.
Just to remember, what is the Horde?
The Horde is one of the aspects of the god that she follows. God of greed. And the Horde is one of those aspects.
So, did you end up in
Haj'Draal
this
wants
hell?
to step in for a second and ask, do you care to explain what's going on here, Violet?
Oh, right. So this is my ex-wife, who was supposed to be protecting my daughter. As you can see, she's not. And she ended up in this cell, like us.
Isn't your daughter a child?
No, she's a woman.
Okay, that seems
an
more
adult.
fair.
Like me.
That's a question.
Surprisingly, very similar to you, yes.
Yes, that's why. Never mind.
And you are?
I am Haj'Draal, cleric of Dalgar, Lord of the Seas and the Storm.
Well, peace of the seas upon you, Haj'Draal. I'm Grime, paladin of the Horde, and she extends her hand to you.
Haj'Draal looks at her hand for a split second, but then moves his hands forward and gives her a firm handshake as he did to Violet.
All right, you feel this one a lot more than you felt Violet's. Grime looks bulky. First of all, bulkier than Violet, bulkier than any of you, and she doesn't look as agile as Violet, but her strength is. She looks stronger than when you left her, Vesper and Violet. And as she lets go of your hand, Haj'Draal, she goes, so, I should probably get to explaining why I'm here. There's a bounty on all 5 of you, G included, which I don't see with you. Is the old man all right?
He's fine. He chose to remain elsewhere.
But he's alive.
He is alive. I spoke to him recently.
Huh. All right. Well, there's a bounty on all of you, and I kind of told the big boss here that I'd bring you to him if he'd let me out. So maybe that's why he's put me in here with you, or put you in here with me. There were very precise, very accurate descriptions of all of you, so whoever did it probably knows you and is just trying to stop you from doing whatever you're doing, which brings me to one of my questions. What exactly is that?
We don't know.
And you say that I'm useless. You've brought
More useful than you.
You've brought 3 people here, and you don't know what you're doing, Violet.
We're supposed to meet up with Wiley.
Then where is she?
We don't know.
See, this is why I was the leader.
Listen, we just arrived, okay? Don't be mean. We just arrived.
Right. I forgot that you were very talkative too.
Yeah, it's good.
Can I look at my hand to see if there's evil?
Doesn't burn, doesn't...
Oh, damn it.
I really wanted to kill my ex-wife.
You wanted to do like the guy with the scar?
I look up. Can I? Please? Please?
Anyway, Grime says, well, I have a goal. I have a purpose of being here. My god has spoken to me. I have to kill someone. And to be fair, well, this is related to why I'm arrested. I was recruiting to go do that because I couldn't find you anywhere. So I kind of placed myself in someone else's territory here, their territory. And well, when they really throw like 15 guys at you, it's complicated to really fight them back, alone especially. So before I tell you exactly what it is that I have to do and politely ask you to help me, I want to just say that I'm sorry for the things I said back home. And
Is
for
she
what
sorry?
I did. Roll an insight check.
I also want to know.
Go right ahead.
10.
All right, Vesper.
Oh, 26.
Oh,
This is tough. Vesper, Violet, you believe she's sorry immediately. But you have fallen for her charms once. Vesper, being a little bit more, paying a little bit more attention here, since Grime is kind of a threat to your territory now, too. If you know what I mean. You glean that she is sorry, but you know Grime very well. And you also know that she isn't afraid of using her feelings to still get an advantage. So no matter how sorry she truly does feel, something in your mind is, let's keep my guard up, because usually she uses these emotions to further manipulate you and further her goals. Because that's just the way that her faith works too. That's always how she's worked. That's how you've used her too, to your own benefit. But at least she does seem genuinely sorry.
Look at you, Violet. You've been garnering apologies all day long.
I'm really not in the mood, Haj'Draal. So shut the fuck up. And sure, you're
Catchphrase?
sorry.
I am, for whatever it's worth. I'm here to kill the Grand Arcanist.
Sorry, who?
What?
The Grand Arcanist of the Empire. She is barricaded in her tower, west of Oaza. If we follow the river, we'll get there quickly, but from my understanding, she's kind of a bookworm type. She doesn't allow visitations other than the Empress. I don't know why, but she has to die.
What's her name?
Denise.
Do we know anything about her? Or does Haj'Draal?
If any of you who would be proficient in, or Vesper, in this case, actually, I'm sorry guys, it has to be Vesper. Vesper, I'm gonna need history check from you, if you could please. I'm gonna double check on the name as well. See if I got it right from memory.
Oh no.
5.
5. Okay, on a 5, what can I give you on a 5 so that you don't feel completely terrible for fucking an important roll, Vesper?
Sorry. I only have +1.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. So, on a 5. So you don't know exactly anything about Denise, and Denise is spelled with D-E-N-I-Z, not a regular Denise. You don't know very much about her herself, kind of like any personality traits, any appearances that she could have made in public. You don't know any of that. However, Vesper, you do know that the Grand Arcanist in the Soul Empire is its most powerful wizard. It is also the wizard responsible for watching over, and I guess this is going to spoil a little bit of the surprise, but watching over the origin of the river that runs into here, into Oaza, and further down to the coast. She oversees that origin, that spring. Let's call it a spring for now. She's tasked with protecting it. And yeah, I'm sorry, on a 5, that's really all that I... Yes.
Have I heard any song about her or something?
I'll let you make a history check as well for me.
Yes.
Big roll.
I have expertise in history. I have +7.
It'll be,
Please.
you'll have a different answer though, kind of different
That's okay.
source of information. Yeah.
27
Holy
out of 20.
shit.
Natural 20.
Let's go.
Nice.
All right. I guess I gotta reward the natural 20. So there are songs about the Soul Empire and about how they get their water. In the middle of the desert, right? How is there a city, a bustling city in the middle of the desert surrounding a lake? Well, that's because the source, the spring of this water, is a rift into the water plane, into the elemental plane of water.
Cool.
There are songs about that, and there are songs about how Denise was the first to truly stabilize it. A long time ago, meaning she's old.
She's been around.
You don't know, I can't really tell the time. I know it's natural 20, but that's very specific knowledge that your class wouldn't know, or the source wouldn't know.
Yeah.
You also have heard that she is an expert in, and this is probably like kind of you just knowing myths, legends about people, and in this case, one of the main reasons why Haj'Draal, which is your home kingdom, kind of, well, not fears, but has decided to have an entire order of wizards protecting them, despite the past of civil war, is because this Grand Arcanist is an expert in conjuration magic. She's an expert specifically in intra and interplanar travel.
No.
And there is a
That's not
legend. There is a legend about her that she has teleported an entire army into the front lines. Thousands of people.
Okay.
By the way, Onion, a quick side note.
Yes,
We
sir.
were talking about the horde.
Mm-hmm.
Would Haj'Draal know about this religion, especially since it's close to
All right.
to his place of origin and all, at least the continent?
I will let you roll a religion check. This will be at advantage because of because of your specific background of being from Forshamir.
Holy fuck! I rolled 2 weights. What? What the fuck, dude?
You know that the Horde is an aspect of Edreg, dwarven god of greed.
And I don't know any specifics about the religion.
You know that I will give you one specific. This religion values the gaining of power over anything else.
Okay.
So it is greed beyond just money, right? It is a greed of emotion. It can be a greed of emotion, of kind of wanting a person's feelings all to yourself. It can be a greed of power, wanting all of the power to oneself. It could even be gluttony, a greed of food, wanting all the food to oneself. It has many facets. This is the specific part that you know. You don't know which specific one Grime adheres to, but you can guess.
Okay, alright.
So, you want to kill this Arcanist?
Yes.
How?
Ain't that a bitch? That's the question.
Well, first of all, how do we get out of here?
You glance back, finally, since you've been here, you've been so focused on her, and you notice that sitting in front of you, 5 chairs. There are 5 individuals, some with quarterstaffs, others with wands, staring you all in the face, and seem to be at the ready for something. And Grime goes, well, I was hoping that all of you could help with that part.
Just
you know. Oh,
sorry, yeah, go.
you know about the bounty on us.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know who called for it?
Nope. I just saw it up. Excuse me. I ate some Dune Eater flesh, grilled meat for lunch, and it's not agreeing with my stomach.
Fighting back.
Yeah.
So if we kill these, we have a lot more waiting for us.
I would assume so, but I mean, with all of us here, that wouldn't be a problem, would it?
And they're inside the cell, did I understand that right?
No, they're outside, of the cell, looking at you, ready. And it's at this moment, actually, that one of them, you see an individual that looks... You notice the kind of green scales coming out of a hood, and as the creature kind of lifts up its head, you notice a lizard folk looking at all of you with like slitted eyes. Kind of very small in this thick brow, and he goes, I would ask you all to be in silence.
Or what?
Or we will silence you ourselves.
Sure.
Okay, you see him wave off his hand.
A counterspell.
Do we see something like happening?
You didn't see anything happen. You just saw like glow on his hand as he did that.
He probably
Can I
silenced
talk?
us. I tried to talk.
I tried to clap.
No sound comes out of your claps and your speech.
They are outside the cell, but are they close to the?
They would be around, I'd say, like 10-15 feet. Depending on, like, if you're right at the edge, I would say 10 feet away from you. If you're, like, right holding the bars, 15 feet if you're taking, if you're kind of towards the other end of the cell to have a conversation without people listening.
How long is my leg?
Definitely
Not that
10
long.
feet.
Not
Definitely
that
not
long.
10 feet long. That would be taller than a person.
I just had that image of like Mrs. Incredible like stretching her
Stretching
leg
the
out
leg.
the bars.
At this moment, you notice that the door opens, the door to this cell complex, and accompanied by an escort, you see a human man with very tan skin, wearing a tight dark vest with purple and pinkish feathers kind of wrapping around the left side of the chest and up to the shoulder. He wears a purple sash around his waist and then like baggy silk textured white pants with tall but black boots. His raven hair is kind of tied in a bun, and his face has two large scars that form a cross. He rests his right hand on a sword and stands in front of your cell. And he looks behind to his mages in service, and the other one waves his hand off, and suddenly the sound is not as muffled, and you hear the ruffling or rustling of armor. And the mages step up to all be kind of lined up with him in order to have eyesight on you, or line of sight on you. And the man looks inside. Grime whispers, "I think that's their boss." And
Good
he
job.
goes, "Still a bitch." The man
I
goes,
kind of glare at her a little bit, the side of my eye.
but deep down you know she's right. And the man goes, "You are worth a considerable amount of money. Are you aware of this?"
We became aware recently.
Right. I wonder exactly what you could have done to have earned this. The bounty has been set for some time, weeks perhaps. You arrived within the estimated time. I want to know, because I have been wondering. Aside from this great power that everyone seems to talk about, even the person who left the bounty, whoever that is, who are you? Where do your loyalties lie?
Our loyalty lies with the world.
That is a terrible answer.
There's not really an answer. We are Velox Mors.
So you work for no one.
No one.
Very well. I wanted to see if perhaps I could find some value in you. But I doubt that we would see eye to eye.
Who called for us?
We don't know. It was an anonymous bounty. Nonetheless, the person should be here, I believe, in the next week or so, to find you. We get a bonus if you are alive. You realize the amount of money is ridiculous, nigh impossible to even fathom.
Oh,
But I will take that risk. And yes, you should consider it flattering. Well, I doubt we have anything in common. I thought you two were bounty hunters, but if your loyalties are with the world, and not with the shine of a good gold coin in your hand, then there is nothing I can offer. Guard them well. He's going to leave.
Haj'Draal, can you do something?
He leaves.
Haj'Draal just goes like...
You look behind you and you see Grime kind of smiling. Well, that went really well.
Yeah.
Can you do stuff too?
I saw you take the lead, Violet. I was expecting to see a leader, not someone... Loyalty is with the world.
I just answered the guy.
You have to learn to lie sometimes.
Why would I?
To get us the fuck out of here, Violet.
That's why I have these.
Then please, go ahead, use those.
Okay.
Oh no.
I look at Emily and Aj, just for them to be ready for something.
I have. Calm down. Don't go punching anything. I can influence them. I can suggest them something. Wink, wink.
Okay.
Well, follower of Horde, I think if anyone here seems to be ever so loving of coin like he would be, I think that would be you. You would be our best bet indeed.
Yeah, I agree with that, but I was removed from this group. I will know my place until I earn it back.
Huh. Aren't you the loyal one?
No, I
No,
just
not loyal, that I
understand-
mean, sorry. I want to backtrack my sentence.
Go ahead.
Sorry, I had a French word. Aren't you the honorable one?
Not really honorable. I just am quite familiar with power dynamics.
Well, pardon my, I would say, my initial suggestions of a god of your the caliber that you follow, but so you seem to be a trustable one.
I don't know what to think of you yet.
Poor cleric.
I guess we'll make it along the way. Shall we?
Maybe. So what's the plan?
Emily?
If off character. If for example, like I make them open the cell and escort us out, there will still be people outside.
That is correct.
So like I can take us out, but what happens outside will happen. So
And they are a bunch of
we end
wizards, right?
These are five.
But they
Five
have-
of them. They have all. They
they
all have
have
wands. Yeah.
Can
We-
Can Haj'Draal like see if he can spot anything in the room that could be useful, like any
Perception check.
anything weird out of the ordinary?
Yes, sir. Perception check.
any stone in the wall that you can open.
That's a 20, dirty 20.
On a 20, you notice, first of all, that your weapons are not stashed in this room. So most likely the place or the woman that was taking them took them to the other room. So immediately you glean that out. And then as you kind of look into the darkened corners of this torch-lit stone interior cave that you're in, no, there's nothing out of the ordinary. There's 5 wizards looking at you. The objective is clear. The obstacle even clearer. Just have to find a way out of it.
Dynamite.
Wait, do we still have any? I don't think
I don't
so.
think so.
I think you've spent all of it at this point.
I think we spent it all.
I mean, our
Hold the other
spells.
side.
Yeah.
Mine and Emily's spells are way more powerful than a dynamite, so
At this
if
point.
we can end up casting them.
Yeah.
Well, I have the idea of going out there and start punching. And
Going-
you guys,
Out there? How? We have
I
to
have
leave.
Misty Step.
Oh, but you go alone. That's a bad idea.
They probably have counterspell.
Can you counter Misty Step?
yeah.
Like, she
I
steps.
think so.
You
I'm
can?
pretty sure you can.
It's a spell,
But it's
but
like...
they have to see it.
Indeed, that is the restriction. It's within 60 feet, and someone has, and the person has to see you cast the spell.
I mean, I can make
body
them...
blocker.
I can make them
That's all.
blind. I can make them blind and they won't see it, for example.
You can you make all of 5? blind?
I...
Can they not counterspell your blindness?
They can. They can counterspell everything.
Yeah, but I can
If
They
I have
can't
a spell.
They can't counterspell my lightning breath.
You're... Damn.
Dude, that sounded badass.
Counterspell this.
There are 5, right?
There are 5 of them.
So I
Silence
believe
is what level?
silence. Sorry,
I
I have
have
a
silence
lot of
as well.
spells.
No, I just want to know the level.
Second.
Yeah, I have silence as well.
But yeah, I can blind 5. It says +4, so it should be 5, right?
Yeah, it's if you're casting at a higher level, it's +4 other than the original target.
Yeah.
Okay,
Which I think
thing
is 1.
let's think for a little bit. If you cast blind, they have to do a Constitution saving throw. They are wizards. They probably have high Constitution.
Or low.
Although this
Or
17,
low.
this is like a 17. So
Well, yeah, but you would have to hit them all. They would,
mm-hmm.
and if you cast blind, they will be blind. They probably will start screaming.
But then you miss me pip. You miss me pip. And you
Yeah, you
I
just have to
miss
misty
Pip.
step in front
I
of the
go
door.
there. I punch 1 or 2 max,
and then dominoes because they can see. They start following.
and I'm the only one out there.
Nah, look, the question here, the only question here is counterspell. Counterspell is the only shitty thing here because I have silence and Fish has blind, so we have like the perfect duo to like just wipe them out without them even like being able to alert anyone. The question is, like I said, if they counterspell, it's a bit fucky. That's the issue.
And there's 5 that we see. There's more out there.
Yeah, but the problem right now is just to exit the cell.
Yeah.
Okay,
And
but
I guess we'll
I like
figure
this
it out.
approach of one problem at a time.
Okay.
Yeah.
is counterspell semantic? No, verbal.
Verbal, somatic. Let's find out, huh?
Because I can make Emily hide and she casts silence, and then I go there.
No, blindness.
No, you can cast silence and
Oh,
if-
they
if-
can't counterspell.
exactly.
Yeah. Okay,
if it is verbal.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if Haj'Draal casts silence and Emily casts blindness at the
What-
same time.
Would any of
Oh,
us
no,
know
it's
if
only
counterspell? I mean,
This is the important thing, and I'm glad that you were asking that, Haj'Draal. Thus far, there are no members of your group that have counterspell. You have not witnessed a counterspell yet. I will say that if you want to know the specifics of counterspell, this will require a check of some sort. So
yeah, because I was wondering if I was like many years old. I think I'd probably have seen some counterspell.
So I will allow both casters to roll an Arcana check for me.
My Arcana sucks, but I'm gonna try.
Same.
You first.
Roll a history check because I'm old as fuck.
You can guide yourself if you want.
Oh yeah, I'll do a little guidance and yeah, Haj'Draal will cast
thing-
guidance on himself and he'll also like try to see if they do anything.
All right.
Yeah. With that, yeah.
your hand glows as you kind of touch your mind to see if you remember. You see them look, like narrow their eyes. Then they pull back and they say, "Please refrain from casting spells inside the cell."
Hold on. I'm thinking.
Roll your Arcana check.
Okay, it's 1d4, right? Okay.
Yeah.
It's okay, I'm gonna get a 20. I don't even need it. 16, close enough. Roll 1d4 for the guidance bonus, because it did go through, right? I
Yes,
assume.
it did.
Okay.
Go ahead and add.
Yeah,
Oh,
20.
nice.
Counterspell.
Oh!
Natural one.
Emily, you get a sudden headache.
I'm trying to think.
It only requires somatic components, no verbal.
Yeah, okay.
Well, I relay this information to the group very quietly. That I'll get in character. If these
Hold.
if
As you go to
Huh?
speak, no sound comes out again.
Yeah.
oh.
Did it again.
This sucks because like every spell that we have, that requires verbal stuff.
Can I sense who is concentrating on it? Can I look at them and see whoever has the pooping face?
A human woman. Oh my god. A human woman with kind of a shock of red hair on her otherwise brown hair seems to be kind of just, her eyes have this slight shimmer to them, and she's holding something like in between her fingers, like there's some resistance in between her fingers, and she's the one that's kind of looking more intensely at the group.
I'm going.
How
They
would
didn't
you
take
go?
my chakrams. They took my staves, but they didn't take my chakrams.
They only
I
took
still have
your
a throwing
staves.
weapon.
That's
I
true.
mean, yeah, I have all of my instruments. If someone wants just to throw like an egg shaker at them.
Throw a loop.
The only thing is, it's hard for us to plan this while we're silenced. It's the only thing.
Exactly.
We can blend outside of the table, right? He will let. he will let you
That's
know.
kind of breaking the.
To a point.
We were just doing that.
No,
Your
before we
characters-
could talk.
No, but we
yeah.
were talking. We were
Exactly.
like, we
Before
could
you
talk,
could have
now we-
talked, but right
Yeah.
now, all of your characters are silenced. So, otherwise, or excuse me, unless you can find a way to communicate a plan to each other, then I would say that this makes things a lot difficult to understand. And you
Yeah.
guys may each tell me what the actions are that you want to do, and I will decide the order in which they go because you couldn't plan it.
I have a question.
Yeah.
How close are they to the
I
bars?
Discord issues. Hold on.
The bars right now are, as I said, like it's 10, 15. It would be 15 feet if you're like a step away from the bars, but if you are close to the bars, it would be like 10 feet. Oh,
Oh,
Ray just
She said
passed.
something.
Ray died.
Yeah. Oh, she's
Oh,
gonna come back.
We're
Vesper,
playing the silence.
Vesper, where are you?
Yeah, she actually roleplayed
Sorry,
the
Discord
silence.
started going robot mode.
It's fine. I also had a little
I'm sorry.
a little
Yeah.
drop in quality. I don't know if you guys
Yeah,
have that.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, same.
Yeah, sometimes.
But yeah.
Okay, so I
Sorry.
will. I will try to go to. You said that Grime appeared from shadow, right? There's
Yeah,
the shadowy places on the cell.
Yeah, behind at like the back side of the cell, let's say, sort of the
And
the side
back
away
side-
from.
The backside is the distance between the backside and the guards are.
It would be I would say the cell goes pretty deep, as you now notice and look behind you. So from the bars back, that goes around like 25 feet. It's a pretty
Okay.
like deep space, and you
Okay.
realize that this was probably used before, as you see like manacles on the walls. This was probably used before to hold a lot of people. Yes.
Yes.
Oh.
I start walking to the back of the cell.
Okay.
Okay. I'll go to
And
the
I-
back of the cell as well.
And I make a little sound, just a eep, to see if I could hear anything.
No.
But it was like 25 feet back.
It is.
That's a big
But
silence.
that's yeah.
By the way, one thing. The
Go
bars,
to the front of the cell.
the cells are just connecting to the ground. Like we're not in some kind of fucking jail box, right? It's just bars.
It's
Okay.
bars in front, and then the walls are stone to the side. The walls
Okay.
of the cell are stone. Emily, now that you've noticed this and you are familiar with the silence spell, could you roll a perception check for me?
16.
You notice that although the woman is focused on a spell, you see this very faint thread that goes from the bracers that they all have, like these kind of seem silvery bracers. There's a faint thread that connects all of the wizards, and the thread flows into the bracer that is casting the spell.
I sit down on the floor in the corner, just be like, oh no, but in silence, of course. Oh no.
It's like a thread of light, if you will, kind of like this golden light almost.
Haj'Draal like squints at Emily and tries to like do this just to see what what she's worried about.
Yeah, you see just this faint thread. If she wants to mimic, please. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
I'm gonna mimic like the wrists, and they're like
And do I notice this?
connected.
Woo.
So I look at them and do I notice them?
Yeah, you
Or
notice
should I
these,
make
these faint. You had rolled 20 perception before, but they weren't casting the spell at the moment. You notice now these like faint threads that connect them.
And what does this mean?
Oh shit. I don't know. I mean, I do.
I wouldn't know then, right?
You would not know this, no.
I will go to the darkest part of the cell,
Very well.
and I will misty step behind
Does she know?
the woman that I saw. She was concentrating.
All right. So you are going to step behind the cell, and you are attempting to cast Misty Step, which has only somatic components. Is that it? Or does it have a verbal component to it? Do you have to... No, you're casting it through a wand. So I will say that you are going to ignore the components because the spell is tied to the wand. You are trying to cast it from the darkness, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you take out your wand to cast the spell. It fizzles at the tip of the wand, and you see one of them point towards you. And you see that it is the one that points now as you look see the edges of the face on or beneath the hood. They seem to be dark elven in features, kind of sharp features, gray skin, with consequently dark vision.
If I stand in front of her.
Do I notice Violet trying to do that?
I would say Violet can communicate that to you guys. Yes.
Okay.
I mean,
Then when I see Violet
Not.
Yeah.
when I see Violet feel that, I'll turn to them like with my back turned to the wizards,
Yeah.
which was already turned since I was turning to Emily. Like I'm just trying to do this as discreetly as possible. Like I turn to them, and I do this motion to signal my.
Yeah.
And then after this, and I point at Violet.
Okay. You're going to do that. As you do that, Grime notices, and Grime begins to step up to the bars as well. What are you gonna do, Haj'Draal?
Sorry.
I look at Grime trying to read what she's what. I mean, it probably doesn't take much to understand what she wants to do, but Like, I want to see if she's, like, done with the plan. That's what I wanna...
She's approaching the bars.
Okay. Then... Haj'Draal will turn around. He'll slowly walk up to the bars.
Mm-hmm.
Still at the little arms reach.
Yeah.
He'll stare down the wizards. He wants to make an intimidation check first.
You want to try and intimidate just staring them down? Is that it?
Yeah, just like this big, like he's confident, like he's up to something.
All right. Yes, Emily?
All of them,
Yeah.
all of my party, they're like bigger than me, right?
They are
Or-
taller than you.
Nyeh, okay. Dimension door doesn't work then.
Oh no, they are taller, but they are the same size that you are. So you can.
It still counts?
Yeah,
Alright.
they are still medium sized.
Okay, alright.
So you can dimension door one with you.
Alright,
And
alright.
if we are willing, we can always.
Yeah, if you are,
It's always
they have to be
possible.
willing. Yeah, they have to be willing to go with you.
Mm-hmm. So I would say while the intimidation is going on,
Yeah,
I'll take that as like
a sign.
a sign to cast Dimension Door. So I'll go with Violet to the back of the wizards. I'll try
All right.
at the same time. See
Uh,
if we
very
can
well.
sync.
Very well, very well. Okay, so let's see what Haj'Draal is looking to do, and I will time that with whatever Haj'Draal is doing. As you see that, notice that someone from his sign that something is happening.
This is a wand as well. I'll
Yeah,
try
it's-
to like conceal it so that they don't
I understand.
see it.
I understand.
Between our bodies, like.
We'll
I'll
see,
stand in
because
front of Emily.
Haj'Draal might make enough of a fuss that they
Yeah,
won't
yeah,
even
yeah.
notice
Yeah.
it. So let's see, Haj'Draal, your plan, intimidation. Roll intimidation check for me before you
Let's see
continue
if
with
the
the rest.
slow pimp walk works. That's 12.
You do your slow pimp walk, as you've called it, a very clerical way of putting it. And they seem more. They raise their hand, signaling you to stop, but they don't seem intimidated yet.
All right. Okay.
Can I try to do something?
I don't know.
Oh, you can.
Haj'Draal is there.
I'm just staring them down right now. So feel free if you want to
Okay.
do anything.
I'll go with you. Oh, I can talk. Fuck.
Yeah.
I was going to talk.
Yeah. So Haj'Draal, what are you up to? Emily's seems to be waiting for you. Grime is kind of standing side to side with you, looking at them by the bars as well.
Oh, okay. I'll go do that as well, and I'll do a psychotic smile.
Do you follow after her, Emily?
Yeah, I kind of have to. I
You can
guess.
also take Vesper if you want.
Yeah, I'll do that. It's safer. Mm-hmm.
That's fine.
All right. So, clarification: Haj'Draal, Violet, Grime in front of the bars. Emily, Vesper behind. Okay.
And Haj'Draal, amidst this silence, he says out something that like he tries to talk to the guards that they obviously can comprehend.
Yeah.
And as the guards might try to understand what he's saying, he does a little puff of air with his like a little exhale. Actually, no, I'm not gonna do that. That'd be stupid. And as they're trying to,
Yeah. You
I
need
was
your
trying to
breath
do some.
then. Yeah.
No, I was trying to do something cool that would be cool, but that would be fucking stupid. So maybe not. Okay.
Hey man, cool
So-
is never stupid.
So he's talking to them, kind of like in a disguised manner. And suddenly, as he's midway through talking, he just he just starts opening his mouth more and more, like sounding like he's saying a vowel. But suddenly, his eyes begin bursting with lightning, and he shoots up a wave of lightning at them with the lightning breath.
Very well. The lightning shoots out from your mouth. It does not make any sound, although you can imagine it in your heads. That's 5 dexterity saving throws I have to do for you, right?
Yes.
All right, let's do. That is a 9 on 1, so that's a failure on 1, I believe.
Yes.
So 1 failure. That is an 18 on the other.
That yes, that saves.
Success. So that is a 13 on one of them.
Fails.
18 on the other.
Saves.
Again, and a final one. That is a 12, which also fails.
Yes.
So the one concentrating on silence seems to have failed. The saving throw. I need you to roll damage, and then we'll resolve everything that happens after, okay? You guys are gonna get kind of a... It's not gonna be quite a surprise round, but you'll see.
That was 10 lightning damage.
10
and
points of damage.
can I use my I mean, let me check.
You want to use your channel divinity? Is that it?
Yeah, but I'm not sure if I want to. It wouldn't be channel. No, it would be channel divinity. Yeah, no. I don't want to use it. I don't want to use it.
Very well, very well. Give me just a moment to mark off some numbers here. So that was 10. You said 10 damage, right?
Yes.
So 2 of them succeed, taking only 5 points of damage.
Yes.
They take half still. In this moment, both Emily and Vesper, you were ready. Mm-hmm. So you, not counterspelled, walk into the space behind them as they are surprised by the lightning breath. Vesper, I will let you have a round of attacks if you want to, but only 1 round of attacks right now. All right.
Okay.
Who are you striking for here?
Can I tell which 2 did not save against that did save against the lightning breath?
I would say that there's the 2 of them, the lizard folk and the dark elven man, seem to have resisted it more, and they don't show as many like burn scars as the others. They don't smell as bad from the ozone.
Okay. So they're not as toasty.
Yeah, they're not as toasty.
Okay. Yeah, I think. Yeah, I'll go for them. And just unarmed strikes because that's all I've got.
Very well. Go right ahead.
20 dirty.
That is going to hit
15.
one of them. 15 is going to miss on the other one as you see him lift up his hand, and this barrier forms around him using shield to nullify that attack. But one of the attacks hit.
Okay. 7.
7 points of damage. That was the lizard folk that took the 7. All right.
Yes.
You strike him with a punch in the back of the head, and you feel like something crack when you do. And he looks hurt. He tumbles forward from the strike, and he looks hurt.
Okay. Then I will flurry.
Flurry of blows. Very well.
And then I will go for... You know what? I'll go for the other guy that missed the first time.
All right, the guy that you missed. His AC is bumped up from shield, as you know.
Oh, that's right. He's shielded.
Yeah.
Actually, no. I'll go for the lady that was casting the silence.
You're gonna turn for the lady? Go right ahead.
Yeah. 18.
18 is going to hit. She is she took a lot of damage currently. I'm gonna say she doesn't get her reaction in that moment, so go ahead.
11
points of damage. You you punch her in the face. She succeeds in maintaining silence. And as you do, you kind of knock her jaw loose with this punch, and she's at 1 hit point.
Wow.
I swing again.
Yes.
I don't know. Do I want to kill her? Or do I just want to KO her?
That's,
Treacheries?
yeah, so far it's been pretty silent.
Yeah.
There hasn't been much time for anything to happen. So far it's been pretty silent.
I mean, if she's KO'd, she can't scream for help anyways, but they're all still here. But she's still got the silence up, and Dad's body blocking us. I'm gonna go for the
if she's
KO.
knocked out, does she not dispel silence?
If she's knocked out, silence goes away.
Okay. I'm gonna go to knock her out, not necessarily kill her.
Alright, very well.
24, I'm pretty sure she's
24
down.
is going to hit on 1 hit point. You punch her the opposite side, and you kind of actually knock her jaw back into place as she falls down on the ground, and the silence drops. And it is in this moment that you see Grime grab the bars, and she breaks open 2 of the
Holy
bars and
fuck.
steps in, running straight at all of the mages. I'm going to say, Violet, you get to run in and do something here too. She has used her action to open the bars.
I immediately run and put myself in between the 2 mages, the lizard folk and
The dark elf.
the dark elf, and I think I get my armor thing, right? Oh,
Armor of
does
the
it give me
underdog.
3? Wait. A feat of 2 or more. Okay, 2, and I will hit the one that is more damaged, the lizard folk, I believe.
Yes, the lizard folk is the one that took more damage.
Okay, I will hit him. I do not intend to kill.
Okay.
Just KO. Natural 20. Shit.
Poor guy.
Yep.
Damn.
I'm gonna tell you. I'm pretty sure that with all your bonuses, you just kill him. But let's have you roll damage, please, so that you get the pleasure of knowing the number at least.
Okay. Okay. So 15 plus 12. Yeah, 15 plus 12.
So, the lizard folk sees you kind of burst forward and fast in front of him, and you notice now, like, 5 wizards seems like enough preparation, but your instincts are barely kicking in with these people. It's kind of it feels the equivalent of fighting children.
Oh no.
And with 1 straight punch in the nose, you knock him back in his chair, and he falls down into the ground unconscious. That was one of your attacks.
Okay, I will turn around. Now you. And I punch the dark elf.
You punch the dark elf. Go ahead and roll for the attack.
Violet is permanently in a slapstick comedy.
I rolled 2 ones. So
Oh wow.
You whiff the attack as the dark elf. You see seems to have better reflexes and is also shielded by something. He moves the shield with him as he ducks, so he doesn't waste the protection.
am I still in between 2? No, right?
No, not anymore.
Okay, so
No
I'm glad
advantage.
I rolled 2 ones then. And the next one is 15.
15 is not going to hit with the shield up currently as you punch dead on into the shield.
And I will action surge.
Action surge! All right.
Sure.
Action
Action
surge!
surge.
And I will go again. And it's 20, dirty 20.
20 just hits.
Okay.
Go ahead and actually, does it? Give me a second. Oh, I am so sorry. I lied to you. You are just 1 off. It's 21.
Okay. So I'll go again. 23.
23 does hit.
And I will try to knock him off.
All right,
I
you're
will
going
use the knockout.
knockout strike. Okay, so you want to actually
Constitution
knock him
saving
out.
throw,
Constitution
DC 17.
11.
Okay, so he is incapacitated until the beginning of my next turn.
Okay.
And the damage is 8. Wait. 10 damage.
10 points of damage total.
Yes.
Jump out at him and punch him straight in the chest, and he kind of goes into the chair and rolls behind it as he stands back up.
Okay,
Still alive.
I did the 3 hits, right?
I think you're missing one, right?
The two ones were on this. Oh, but it was before the action surge. Yeah.
That was before the action surge. You did an action surge and you've attacked twice, I think. You can attack again.
So
Go
again. The 23 again.
23 is going to hit. His shield, you can't even hold it through it as you broke it, so now it's easier.
And does he seem like he's almost dead? Okay, then I will
Seems pretty
just
hard,
a normal hit. Try not to kill him.
Yeah. Okay.
8 damage.
You needed 7. Knocked out the Dark Elf. I'm gonna say that's all that you guys get now. There are still 2 of them up, which means it should be their turns now. You see that the threads that were connecting each of them are still connecting each of them. And one of the wizards, the woman has been knocked out, the Dark Elf as well, the lizard too. You see what looks to be a something in between a dragonborn and lizard folk. Kind of a slender looking, slick looking, but strong jawed being that stands up suddenly and is going to look at. So he would only be able to catch, due to your positioning, I'm gonna say he can only catch really Violet, Haj'Draal, and Grime. And he's going to look at all of them, and he's going to reach out his hand. I'm gonna need all of you to make wisdom saving throws.
19.
17.
Both succeed. And Grime is going to make... Jesus. Grime's going to succeed as well. She's not going to make Jesus. She can't.
That would be impressive.
You see these magical tendrils erupt from his hand and try to grasp you. Feel your body kind of freeze, but you release yourselves from the effect, while the other guy is going to spend his action. You see an elven individual with short blonde hair yell out, "They are free! They are free!" And he yells out in the direction of the other room, spending his action to do that. And he's going to begin running. He's currently in melee range with Vesper, and he will be with Violet as he runs. So Vesper, he's panicking. You can get an attack opportunity on him if you want.
Okie dokie, I'll take it. Can I stunning strike a attack of opportunity? Okay.
Any attack you can call stunning strike.
Okay. I will try to do that then. I have to spend the key point just so I don't forget. Sorry. It is let me see if it hits first. 27?
Yeah.
That
It
hits.
hits.
Okay, it's a DC 15 to save. And then
He rolled just a 15. He's going to save from the stunning strike.
Oh, damn it. He takes 11 damage.
He takes 11 damage. You kind of bump in his back, and you with your hand, kind of like a backhand to his back as he's running. You feel bones break again, and you see him start limping. He's at 1 hit point, and he's going to limp your way, Violet. trying to get past, kind of almost crawling.
So
If you want, you
Wow.
can deliver the mercy blow.
Okay, while he's crawling, I just lift my foot and try to stomp him in the
You
face.
know, I'll say you don't need to roll for this. This guy's gone, leaving only that other one. Emily, at this moment, fully recovered from taking that spell, if you want to do something to this last guy, since you haven't had the chance to touch him yet in damage, and everybody else has damaged him.
I'll cast Vicious Mockery.
All right.
She's been holding this one in.
Just being like, you suck at magic! And
Right, what's the saving throw?
wisdom.
I'll roll that's a 12.
Yeah, it fails.
All right, roll the damage.
I rolled 3 ones.
Well, I guess you suck at insulting people too.
3 damage.
You see him kind of blink a little bit from that and recoil, but it didn't do as much as you expected. I will say that between all of you, though, in this next turn, you can finish him off if you want to knock him out. Is that what the group wants?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
You guys can knock him out, bring him down. So all 5 of these wizards are knocked down. You know that beyond the next door, there are a lot of people.
More.
And not just wizards. So I will ask you in this one moment before they've sounded the alert and people walked inside of the room, is there anything you guys quickly want to do to prepare for this?
I wanna check the bracers. If we can get them.
All right. It will take you, if you are collecting them, all of you, I will say it will take less time, but it will also give you less preparation time if you want to do that. All right, so it's up. If it's just you collecting, Emily, you will not be able to prepare for what's to come if you want to. Okay, so it's however you prefer taking this. You can discuss among yourselves.
And the chest with our weapons is not in here, right?
No, not.
I really want to cast a mass suggestion, but I need to see all of them in order to influence. I can just run to the other room and we're like, hello! He's suggested by me!
It would be possible. You don't know exactly how many are in the other room. You remember there were many. You didn't exactly count them, but something you could do. Very, very likely, yeah.
Well,
There's only one door into this room?
Only one.
Haj'Draal will cast Bless on level 3 to bless every single element, including Grime.
All right.
He'll conjure up once again the already known brine magic that he possesses, bluish in color, and he taps it together and starts doing a mental prayer to Dolgar, trying
Everyone's
to envelop.
Very well. You guys all have 1d4 to attack rolls and saving throws. Remember that for the next minute. So guys, what's the plan? What are you doing in this moment that you have to prepare?
Do you guys want to check the bracers or should we just ignore them?
I don't know.
She just turned into designer. The
I would just I mean, get one of those for yourself. It might be useful.
Okay.
But the rest, just I don't know. Just
Maybe save them. We have a bag of holding. Just
As I
The
said-
problem is it would take time.
So if
we have
like
time.
say 2 of you gather the bracers.
If
Okay,
Okay,
it's-
I don't need to prepare anything, so I can help.
All right. So if it's 2, I will say that both those people won't be able to contribute to the preparation, but you know that will free preparation time for the rest.
Okay.
Is there anything in this room besides their wands? Anything?
Haj'Draal did not notice anything. No.
Okay. Even outside of the bars.
Yeah, not now especially. Nothing extra. It seems like it was kind of clean of anything that you guys could have used. And it wasn't enough.
Can I see if they have the focus for their spells?
They all had wands and quarterstaffs.
Only? Okay. Because I want to try to put everything inside, so if they wake up, they can't help up there.
That would take time off of the bracers situation, which means you would not be able to help with the bracers.
Okay. Then only the bracers.
All right, only the bracers from you two. Haj'Draal, you've cast Bless. You can still take another preparatory action, and Vesper, if you wish to prepare anything as well, you can.
I just kind of wanted to like wait outside the door, like for them to open it, so I could.
For them to open.
Just punch them as they come in.
Very well, very well.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, sorry. It's fine.
Okay, you guys, Emily and Violet. While Haj'Draal thinks if he wants to do anything else, Emily and Violet, you relieve them of all the bracers. You see immediately by the durability of these items, as they were not damaged by the lightning breath or anything, they are magical in nature. You shove them in the bag of holding, and you take a stance to wait. So all of your preparation here is done. Haj'Draal, your next thing that you want to do, is there anything else?
Do I? Oh.
He sounds like Ziegmeyer.
I have an idea, but I don't want to like discuss it off because it'd be kind of meta with it. I don't know.
If you have the idea, you can do the idea. Just do the idea and see and surprise your friends with it. That would be pretty cool.
Don't breathe on me, please.
Oh, this no, I would not do that.
Sparkly breath.
No, that wouldn't be a good idea, because, yeah.
All right, so you're doing nothing else? Are you can hold a spell. You can hold an action if you want to.
Oh, I can hold it. Oh, that's great news.
Can I ask Grime to help me punch people when they come through the doors?
Grime stands to the other side with you, holding her action to also punch.
Oh, I know what I'll do. Haj'Draal will start waggling his fingers in this motion.
Yeah.
Almost like trying to. I don't even know how to describe that.
Grab them,
imaginary.
grab them titties.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Sure. That works.
Yeah. You're grabbing the titties.
Aligning these threads in his hand, and then he'll twist his hands and buffer on a little pound of silence at the door.
Throwing silence at the door. All right. You covered the door zone with your silence spell. That's gonna be a fun thing to see. Vesper.
And that's gonna break my bless.
That would break your bless.
That's gonna break my bless, but well, it
is what
it
it
was
is.
It was 1 minute as well. So.
Yeah, it was 1 minute. All right, so everybody's preparation is done. The door opens, and you see immediately rushing forward a young man with a sword, and as he steps into the room with just two hands in his face. I'm gonna say, Vesper, I'm gonna need. We're gonna consider this. This is going to be a different section. As you know, there are going to be a lot of enemies. These enemies are inferior to you in terms of their capabilities. So I am going to consider occasional rolls for multiple enemies. So Vesper, you are going to roll your next. You per action have 2 attacks, right? With your action, just action. Okay. So I'm going to have you roll these 2 attacks per action, and I'm going to consider your rolls for a following number of attacks that you can do on them. Whenever you want to flurry of blows, if you want to, or bonus action attack, you get an extra roll for it. Okay. Okay. So let's do it. I'm gonna roll for Grime too.
Okay. 15.
Okay.
And 12.
12 and 15. So, this first attack that you do, well, actually, could you, for this first attack, could you just roll another d20 for me? Because it would be advantage because Grime is flanking with you.
Oh, true. Okay, yeah. The same.
All right, 15. You punch the face of this kid, and just from your base damage, plus Grime's punch damage from her unarmed strike, it is enough for the kid to be knocked out immediately. There's no sound in this. There's going to be another coming in. I will ask both Violet and Emily if there's anything you're throwing at them at this moment.
Throwing?
Or, yeah, if you were doing anything to
We're
them.
punching.
I was just going. I ran.
You run towards them, all right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna need some rolls from you as well.
Okay.
I need you do 3 attacks per action, right?
Yes.
So I'm gonna need 3 rolls from you. And Emily, you can think about what you want to do here, and then we'll resolve the situation when she's done.
19.
Okay.
26.
All right.
26.
19, 26, 26. Very well. You run forward at this next guy that's coming out, and you just shoryuken the shit out of him and push him back into his friends. If at any point you want to also activate a combo, you tell me, okay? I'm going to keep asking. We're going to do this loosely, and I'm going to keep asking you guys if you want to do anything as the circumstances change. So, Emily, at this point, 2 people are knocked out on the ground in front of the door, but you see more inside the room running towards you.
At the door and towards like the other room, so not the room where we are, but where they are. I'm gonna cast Hypnotic Pattern to see if I can.
To see if you can catch. That would be fun. What's the save on that?
It will be 17 wisdom.
17 wisdom. So currently, just so you guys know, currently inside of that room, there are, besides these 2 individuals, there are 8 others that were inside. They are all caught inside your spell. So I need to roll. I'm gonna roll 8 saves in this case because there are different people. So I won't roll one for all of them. There are different types of warriors in there. That is from one of them a 15, so that fails. An 8 from another, so 2 are down. We got 2 failures. That is a 19 from another one, so that's a success on one, and a 4 from the other, so that's a failure. So we've got 4 already done. Now for one of the wizards, that is a 16, so one of the wizards fails. You said 17, right?
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
And then that is exactly a 17 for the other wizard. And we've got 6 of them, so 2 more. That's natural 20 in one of the warriors there, and then an 11. So we got a success and a failure.
What does it do? Do they stay charmed?
They're gonna be charmed, and while they're charmed, they are incapacitated and have a speed of 0. Cannot move.
All right, Emily, what is this hypnotic pattern that you're throwing at them?
Rainbows.
It's the rainbows.
Of course.
So, inside of the room, you see just these multiple rainbows hopping in between magical clouds that appear out of thin air, hopping in there, and you see that. You see that 5 of the people inside, including one of the wizards, are just looking at them and pointing at these beautiful things while the others shrug off the effect and continue running forward. Haj'Draal, since you were preparing, you haven't had a chance to go. So I'm going to ask you, Haj'Draal, is there anything you want to do at this moment?
Not really. I'm just like in a defensive position.
Defensive position. Very well. So the 3 people that were inside, one of them is a wizard, is going to fire. The silence was at the door. He's going to try and cast a spell. And as he does, I'm gonna see actually if he's noticed that there's no noise. to see if, like, in the heat of battle, this man is with a 21 Arcana. I think he does. He moves back away from the silence, and he's going to cast a Scorching Ray at the person who is immediately in front there. So, Violet, you were the one that ran forward first. Or not first, excuse me, like straight out the door to hit one of the dudes.
I think at the it's like Violet and Grime, right?
And Vesper. They're both three
Yeah,
of them
not
are
all
there.
right here.
Three of them, yeah.
So that is 12 to hit on one of the hits. That is 9 to hit on the other hit. Both.
Failed.
He's gonna throw you 2 more your way. Jesus Christ. That's a 10 and then a... Wait. 14 as well.
Failed.
You see flames flash through, in Violet apparently matrixes through all of them and dodges each and every attack.
He's the one.
Oh my
Sad
god.
Al-Gaib!
Sad Al-Gaib.
Her eyes are blue now, and then
The spies.
a warrior runs forward at you. He's going to try to go for a strike on you. They can't really attack both at the same time because you guys are kind of standing at the door and blocking. So one of them is going to... Fuck! That is
One is gonna fuck in the middle of battle. Damn.
I wish, because they would
Cover
have been
Emily's
better.
eyes.
It would have been better for him. He rolled a 14. So you parry the blow out of the way, and we're back to you guys. There are currently 3 people standing. 2 of them are close to the door. One of them has just tried to attack you, Violet. The wizard is back behind the silence area. And then the other warrior, yeah, he's just back there trying to see if he can find an angle to attack you after. So what do you guys want to do?
Actually, first I wanna check the room to see if there's any chest or our weapons. Their weapons.
I will say what's your passive perception? To see if I can...
14.
On a 14, you see a couple of chests towards the top right corner of the room. So in front of you to the right, you see a few chests there. Could be your weapons. They're all closed, so you don't know.
Okay. And the chests are near the rest of the people that are charmed?
Yeah, you have to like move through them to go go get it.
Then I will on this warrior, I will sweep the leg.
You're gonna sweep his leg.
Try to knock him prone.
So this is going to be a success automatically on your hit because of your previous rolls. I'm just gonna need you to roll the damage for me. Add your combo, and I need to make a strength saving throw, right? Oh my god, I am rolling like shit. That was a natural 1. He fails the strength save.
Okay, yeah, okay. Yeah. So it's going to be a 12 damage.
12 points of damage. You sweep his leg, and he's going to drop on the ground unless you want to combo this.
I can. No, wait. Oh, I can. Okay. I will impact strike, so it goes back 15 feet.
All right. It's an auto success on the hit because of your previous rolls.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
and
roll
I
damage.
regain impact strike. Huh?
Combo die, yeah. I need you
damage.
to roll damage, yeah.
Yes, it's 7.
7 points of damage. You punch him. Are you killing him, knocking him out?
Yeah. Okay.
You're knocking him out?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I said, are you killing him or knocking him out? Yes.
Sorry.
At the same time.
Everything is going to be knockout. I don't want to kill anyone. So.
Got it. Punch through. You push him into his friend, who kind of tumbles away back, and he's knocked prone from the weight of the other guy that you just punched. And as you sweep the leg and he's in the air and you punch him, you knock him out. You see the lights go out kind of on him.
I still have 1 attack. Can I
still have
run
1
to the
attack.
wizard?
You can run to the wizard. You have enough movement, yes.
Okay. I run to the wizard and hit him.
Run to the wizard and hit him. Go ahead, and I'm gonna say for this
It was
I will
19,
ask you
26,
to.
26.
That was a 26.
Yeah, the previous
The
roll
previous rolls,
was
yes.
19, 26, 26.
In this instance, I'm gonna ask you to roll again. because the wizard may have a reaction.
Okay. Oh, forget it. 13.
13. He's actually going to use his reaction to shield, and is going to protect himself from the effect. You notice he does not have one of the bracers, as the other ones did. But he protects himself from your strike, but has used his reaction on this. So Violet took some action here. Anybody want to jump in?
I'm going after him too. Going after the wizard.
After the wizard run at him, you haven't attacked more yet, so I'm going to say this attack here. Due to his shield, the first attack is going to miss, but you can attack again, and I will allow you to roll again.
Do I get advantage if I'm flanking with Violet?
Yeah, I would say so, yes.
21.
21 is going to hit this poor guy. Gonna roll damage.
Yes. 7. 12, sorry.
12 points of damage. You punch him in the face. He kind of flinches immediately, and with your punch, he kind of rolls into almost a crouching position. You kind of feel like you have a boulder in your hand against these guys.
Poor guy.
But he's still standing.
Give him one more. Get a little love tap.
Go ahead. I'll say roll again for this one, if you could.
23.
Yeah, with the love tap, I would say, if you'll allow me, that you knee him in the kind of the temples here, and
you just kind of shove him over.
Off he goes. The others are all looking at rainbows as you enter the room. Both Violet and Vesper, you just see rainbows popping in and out of nowhere, and everybody's just fascinated about them. And so is the tale of these 5 warriors that were hoping to be somewhat of a challenge to you, but are now dazzled by rainbows.
Do I have enough movement to get to the chests then?
I would say so, yes. I would say you have like a ridiculous amount, right?
I have 50 feet.
You reach the chest, and you see something that Violet couldn't because of all the pillars that hanging next to one of the chests are both of your staves, because they would not fit in the chest.
My sticks.
Yeah, your sticks are there. And you can, I would say I would allow you to open at least open the chest next to the sticks, and you can check that you see all of your gear there.
Yay.
All right.
Wave at Haj'Draal. I found your thing.
Haj'Draal and Emily, you guys can go now. There seem to be no threats in the room other than the guys that are looking at rainbows. So what do you want to do?
Do we just leave?
How long does the thing?
It's 1 minute.
You've got a few more instances of kind of action, turn-based combat, let's say, before they come out of the effects. Although turns here are proceeding at a faster pace than they usually would. Okay, so you glean that at least we could take at least 2 more rounds of you guys before they come out of their stupor, let's say.
There are 5, right?
5 of them, yeah.
We could try. How many of them are wizards?
I believe there was only 1 that's left. The other wizard, Vesper, just knocked the fuck out.
Knocked the fuck out.
Okay, I would say we just knock out the wizard and just go, I guess, and try to be as fast as possible, grab our things, and go.
What if we put them in the cells, the ones that are still conscious?
The cell is open. The cell is busted open.
Oh, that's right. Grime broke it open.
Yeah.
I forgot she broke it open.
Are the chests lockable?
Yeah, but they weren't locked. But I guess you could lock them, yeah.
We could put 2 of them, like, inside the chests.
Would they fit?
I don't know.
How big are these chests?
Probably not.
I would vote on just leaving. I don't think it's worth it to even like knock the wizard out.
Okay.
Like,
Can we
what would
break
the
out
point?
their legs?
What if we?
No, because the
door-
moment you damage them,
Oh,
they
okay.
they wake up. Yeah.
Well, we can break one leg of each. I'm joking. I'm a
I know.
paladin.
To
Let's
get
go.
out of this, to get out of this room.
Yeah.
How do we leave this room that we're in
There's one
currently?
door. There's one other door. You guys remembered, which is where you came from, where you have to climb up a staircase and then exit the building.
What
Yeah.
if we just break the door handle so that they can open it and shut the door, or like try to lock them in,
You can try to bar
Barricade.
the door. Yeah.
like barricade them in so
Yeah.
they
Okay.
can't get out.
I will say though, I want to know how you would do this. I don't want to make you guys are heroes, you're high level. I don't want to make you look like cuckoo. The door kind of opens in,
Okay.
so consider that when you're doing your efforts to barricade.
Would we?
What I can try to do is, while we go out, I can cast Entangle behind us, and they become not restrained, but they become restrained if they are in the entangle, and the ground becomes difficult terrain, so they are slower.
How long does that last?
I can cast Stone Shape if there's stone floor at the door,
okay.
so
There
that
is.
they can't
Yeah.
even leave.
I also have
There's-
Ice Storm.
Bless you.
Right, plan
Or
guys.
you could like freeze the door. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, do
So
it, do it.
5 feet. How big is 5 feet?
It would not
I
be
never
as
know.
big as this door. Door is a little bit bigger than 5 feet, but it would block enough.
Yeah.
It would
And
block enough
if
of
it's
it.
coming from the
Yeah.
It would block enough.
Alright.
Even if they were
The
trying to like climb over it, it would be the very tiny space between the door and so.
we don't want them to stay stuck in there forever. We just want them to not come out after us in
Yeah,
a speedy fashion.
We didn't kill them for a reason. So.
Yeah, this is like a speed bump. You're putting a speed bump
Yeah.
in front of them.
And we don't know if the other door is another way out, so it could be.
So we do this. We start leaving, and I'll cast.
Yeah.
Stone shape. Okay,
Okay.
you guys grab
Stone
all
shape.
of your shit, move, open up the door. Doesn't seem to be locked either. You're going to close the door as well, and then you're gonna stone shape.
Yeah.
All right. Describe to me what does Emily say?
How tall is the ceiling there? Because I can like cast it from above to bottom.
Oh yeah, you can do it on the inside of the room. The ceiling is I would say like 12 feet tall almost. It's kind of a
okay.
lower ceiling. It probably would be more effective to cast it from the ground
On the
up.
floor.
Yeah. So I'll do that then.
All right. What does Emily say? What does she do when she casts the spell?
I just thought of something, but I'm not gonna say
No,
it.
please
Do it. Do it. Do
That
it.
seems to be the best option immediately.
No. Emily is innocent, so she cannot. But I'll just say rock on.
Were you thinking of rock hard, maybe?
No, kind of similar, but yeah. But she has like
She
her flame dress still, so
Yeah,
she's
true.
in the rock.
She really likes that hero in Idus, the fire rider, fire
Oh
motorcycler.
my fucking god, dude. All right, you cast the stone wall, and the stone on the ground extends and blocks the door. Guys, you are now almost out of harm's way of inside the building. You know, at this moment, I will let you strategize. You know, at this moment, there were people on the staircase looking down, waiting to get you. In this very moment, just before you take your first step into the staircase, you can think for just a few seconds what you can do to mask your exit or to avoid getting shot from above. So,
Blinder.
if you if you want to think of something.
Do you still have that fog that
Yes.
you used a few days ago?
I do have that fog. A few days ago, that was a long time ago.
Yeah, it was like
No.
It was like a month ago.
Yeah, it was like a month ago.
Yeah, those are 30 days ago, so.
Some days, she's right.
I do got the fog. I was just thinking of that, yes.
Maybe that, maybe with some blindness, if Emily can see them.
Have to see, yeah.
You'd have to step into their range to see which could be dangerous, Emily.
Yeah.
But where do I cast the fog? Over us or over there?
Wait.
I'm confused.
Like a little bit in front of us for us to just pass without any problem.
But isn't this like stairs? Right
Yeah,
now?
these are stairs. If he casts the fog will extend, or like it will occupy the space. It will start going up to occupy the space.
But it's like kind of narrow, so
Indeed.
we're gonna be like melee range. And very likely they're gonna feel us because we can like go around.
Correct. If there are some in these first few flights of stairs that you have to climb up, if there are people in there, indeed, you would probably bump shoulders with some of them. But the fog would at least protect you from the fire of all of those that are above.
And they can see at least.
And they wouldn't be able to
Yeah.
see you. Yeah.
To be honest, we can just enter the fog with like our front lines like Violet, Vesper, and Grime, just like doing this, like just doing a fucking, and everyone would get mowed down, dude. If they're low level guards like those ones, like it'd just be like they're just a fucking
Do like
comedy.
a helicopter with my staff and just
Yeah,
like
it'd just
walking
be a
up
comedy
there.
movie.
I mean, that could be possible. Who knows? I'm welcome in this loose sort of moment where we're not really in like full combat initiative. I would be down for weird stuff if you'd
Doesn't
like.
Grime has a shield?
Grime does have a shield, and you see with her, as you guys caught your stuff, Grime went and got hers, and she has her prismatic crux, her mace that has this crystal at the tip, as well as her shield, and she's behind you, waiting to go.
Okay, so plan. Fog up the stairs and we go. Right?
Grime, in front. Let's go.
Grime sets her shield up, puts her mace on top of it, and begins squaring off and moving up. Do you want to do it? Do you want to go in front then?
Sure.
Alright.
Onto my helicopter.
Okay, Vesper. What's your dexterity? It's 20, right?
20, yeah.
So plus your proficiency is at +4 right now, right?
+5.
+5 now. So that is 10 plus 8, 18. So we're gonna set an 18 DC here for a dexterity saving throw to see if the people that you bump into can succeed in dodging your attack. I need you to roll a damage roll with the staff for me.
Roll with these stuff. Whoops.
Just pure damage roll. So that is the 15, right?
Yeah.
That you're taking. Okay. 15 points of damage is what you're going to do. So Vesper, you're
I
gonna
am
move.
using 2 hands to spin it.
Very well. Fog begins taking up the staircase. Violet, you're gonna probably have to be the one guiding the group, as you are used to not using your senses as much with your blind sight. So
Can I try, like,
Yeah.
when we are going, I can sense 10 feet of blind sight. So
Yeah.
if I sense something, can I say, like, right, left,
You can.
right? So Grime and Vesper just do a point.
I will say that will add an extra 5 points of damage to what Vesper's
nice.
doing. You begin moving through the fog. Immediately, as you swirl your staff forward, running up
Also,
the stairs.
I cast the fog. We missed an important detail, but I did cast it.
I understood it. The fog begins to kind of whirl and swirl around your staff, but since it's magical, it continues on expanding. And you rotate, and suddenly you feel some resistance, and you hear "Ugh!" and feel someone fall down. You continue running forward. Violet, in this case, you sense a turn to the left. It's just like the pulse, a beating heart to the left.
Left.
All right. Vesper points the staff to the left, and you hear someone else drop down the stairs. You climb up 2 flights of stairs when you begin to hear as crossbow bolts are fired down. I'm gonna fire a couple rounds here for you. They're all gonna be at disadvantage. If it hits one of your ACs, that person's going to take the damage. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
That is with a disadvantage of 10. Does anybody have an AC of 10 on the 12th level party?
I
No?
I hope not.
Disadvantage. That is a 7. Does anybody have a
Roll for 7. Any 7?
Going once?
that is an 11. Anybody have another 11? Holy shit. And
I'm loving this arrow bingo.
that is a 9. No 9. And one more. That is a natural 1. Anybody with negative AC here?
I'm naked.
This is why
Haj'Draal, why'd you take your clothes off?
every time he casts fog, he does it. You just haven't seen it.
Yeah, I take off my clothes and I break my legs, so I have no AC. I have no way of dodging.
But you all dodge. You also hear Grime parry a few with her shield, and you begin seeing like the bleary light of day come out of the door where you assume was where you walked into this place. Do you push forward? Do you rush out of the place?
Yeah,
No?
right. Do we want to
Or-
go back?
Or do we?
Go back. We're going
I mean, there's
out.
probably more outside.
Yeah, but we can go like just like very strongly, or we can be more careful. That's
I
the
want to. Yeah, I
question.
want to know what you guys want to do here. If you guys just want to push on out immediately, if you want to do something inside and then leave, whatever you guys want.
I want to see. I don't know if anyone wants to do anything inside, but the moment we leave, whenever we leave,
Yeah.
I want to see if there's anyone around us or in front of us, so I can misty step behind.
Very well. Okay, gotcha. The moment you exit, I'll take that into account. What about the rest of you guys? Anything you want to do here special? Any special thing?
Could I just like put myself like once we get outside into like a dodge, just like in case they come at
yeah,
us?
of course. I will allow that. Yes, I will allow that. Emily, Haj'Draal, anything you guys thinking about as you leave?
I want to ready a spell, Aether's Mischief,
Okay.
to cast
Got it.
it.
As soon as you spot someone, or a group
like
of people.
a group of people, yeah.
A group of people, very well. As soon as you spot a group of people, you want to go with the mischief. What about you, Haj'Draal?
Yeah, I want to once again. I mean, what the fuck? Do I have a line of sight on all 5 of us?
Not
four.
while you're in the fog. Not while you're in the fog. You would have, but you can try and do it as soon as all of you leave.
Yeah, then now you know what? I'm gonna prepare. Haj'Draal will wants to prepare Ice Storm, and if we're outside and we see a big group of people, he'll want to cast that ASAP on them.
Very well. I storm at the ready. Just to clarify here,
Just
Emily,
a question.
Yeah.
When you prepare the spell, do you expend the spell slot immediately, or only when it actually goes through?
When you are readying a spell, you have to immediately spend the slot. Yes.
Okay, that's fine. Okay.
I want to just clarify something before you do that. Emily, does Nathir's Mischief, does it? I would say that probably you can cast it after Haj'Draal casts Ice Storm, because it's going to deal damage in case it breaks one of the effects.
Yeah, because it's not for this spell in general, but if it's because it's a table, right? I have
Yeah.
like 4 different effects. If it's, for example, charm,
Yeah, it might.
it might. I mean, it doesn't specify that it stops the effect, but I'll leave that to you. I think like usually charm, if someone hits them,
Exactly. I'll say
drops
just
it,
in
so-
case you wait for
Yeah,
him to do
yeah.
something, and then you will cast that.
I'm always in the back of the party, so I'll just wait for
Very
everyone
well.
to get in, and then
All right, so Violet, Vesper, and Grime are the first to break through. Vesper, you spin your staff out, immediately standing on guard. Grime is by your side with her shield up, and Violet, you come behind them, kind of center to both of them, as you have this vision of mist and fog oozing out of the house, and we have the 3 marshals in front of the staircase that goes down the tenement, and behind them the Dragonborn and the bard with the lute coming behind. You all look outside, and there is a group of the same rough-looking individuals. They seem to be around 15 of them on the ground, and you see shapes on the rooftops in front of your building. At this moment, Haj'Draal, as soon as you see them, you can let go of Ice Storm if you want.
But they're on the ground. Like,
yeah, 15 of them are on the ground on the street right in front of you, and then there are others that are on the rooftops of the 2 buildings that are on the far side of the street in front of you.
But on the ground is in like they're laying down, right? They're not knocked out.
No, excuse me, my bad. They are standing in front of you in the middle of the road.
Oh, okay,
My bad.
Okay, so this is Ice Storm is 300 feet area. Would this catch? Like I want to target the ranged ones, but. Okay,
it is a 20-foot area of effect, and you can cast it at 300
Oh,
foot
yeah,
range.
sorry, my bad, that's what I meant. Okay, yeah, I was...
Yeah, the cylinder will take most of these 15. It might not take all of them. I'm going to see, depending on what they roll, how many really you can affect here. Because they are pretty tightly packed, and they're all like shield up, waiting for you guys to come.
Yeah. My question is, if this 20 feet cylinder, if it can also reach the...
guys on the rooftops would probably be too much, man. Maybe just the ones on the ground.
Okay, that's fine then.
Right,
guys on the ground, it is.
Very well.
It's 40 foot high, by the way. Does it not reach them?
That's not the problem here. Is not the height. It is
that they're
the
too
area.
far
They
away.
are too spread out and far away from the concentrated folk here on the street, in the middle of the street.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, in the middle of the desert, the moisture in the air turns to ice as it rains down on this group. And as it does, magic of this kind, and especially in an area, is difficult to control, Haj'Draal. So I will ask you if you want to kill them or knock them out, but I will say that if you want to knock them out with this hailstorm, you will have to make a check to see if you can control your power well enough to do it. All right? What are you doing?
Yes. I'll definitely want to not kill them.
All right, so roll a wisdom check, just straight wisdom check for me.
All right.
I'm gonna set the DC for this as
Holy
it doesn't need
shit.
to, because that's natural
one.
A spray of blood in the middle of the street as these sharp ice shards stick into people's eyes, drop down on their heads, and you see the entire group perish immediately from the ice storm. Emily, what is the range on Nathir's mischief?
60 feet.
You can probably target 2 of the ones that are at the very edge of one of the rooftops if you want to release it.
Yeah. Why not? Let's go.
All right, what's the saving throw on that?
It's not a saving throw.
It's not? I don't need to make a saving throw?
Nope. I have to cast it, and we're gonna see. I have to roll a d4. 3. So each creature in the cube must succeed on a wisdom saving throw. There you go.
There you go. Yeah. Yeah, that is gonna be a natural 3. So I doubt that these motherfuckers are good at anything.
Yeah. So they're gonna start giggling. And they're gonna like laugh while like moving in a random direction.
Oh my god. Oh, a random direction?
Yeah.
Oh no, they're not gonna walk off the roofs, are they?
I'm glad
no.
you said that. What about yours?
What a disaster.
Usually with my spells that it says that they have to move in a random direction or use like all the movement, it says that it can't go into dangerous grounds. But it doesn't specify. It doesn't specify on this one. I'm just saying that
yeah,
in
usually.
other spells is
I'm gonna roll a d4.
You're the DM. A 4?
Actually, I'm gonna roll a d8 to be more precise. each of these is the cardinal directions. I'm going to say that the 1 is south. The 2 and 3 are the southern directions that would knock him out. So 1, 2, and 3, they will jump out of, or one of them, I'm going to do one for each. They will run off the building. Anything else, they are within range of being rescued and pulling off. So first roll. That is a 6. One of them giggles and begins moving back as they're laughing. And they drop their weapon.
This is so dark because they just saw like their team members get impaled by ice and now they're laughing.
Yeah.
Next one. Oh, I rolled it outside. It's cocked. It was a 3, but it's cocked. It is a 5. They laugh behind in the opposite direction. And the people that are around them seem to be confused. They're still gonna fire a couple rounds at you. Okay? A couple crossbow shots your way.
Those ones?
No, the other ones that
the
weren't
ones.
caught. The ones that weren't caught. I rolled a natural 1 and a 5 for the first 2 shots.
Are those for to who?
They are aiming at the group.
Oh, okay.
This one is a 15. Anybody in the see a 15? Okay, 20. Who's the closest to AC 20?
I have 20.
You have exactly 20?
I have exactly 20.
But you were dodging, so I'm not gonna consider
And
you
I can
for-
deflect missiles.
Okay, then fuck it. It goes towards you. You see one of the crossbow bolts going straight at you, Vesper. Do you want to deflect this missile?
I want to deflect this missile. I haven't
Tell
been
me
able
what
to use that
happens.
yet. I can use my reaction to deflect or catch a missile when you are hit by a ranged weapon attack. When you do so, the damage from the attack is reduced by 1d10 plus 17.
It doesn't. It will,
And if
it will
you-
deal 0.
And if you reduce it to 0 and you have a free hand, you can spend 1 key point to make a ranged attack with a range of 60.
Do you want to do that?
Yeah, I'll send it back.
It's a complicated throw.
That's true.
So,
But it doesn't have to be back at him. It could be
No, it could be at someone else.
How many are still on the ground in front of us?
They're all dead.
They're all fucked.
They're all. Oh, okay. Yikes! So it's just the ones from up there shooting at us. In which case, I will just look at them and I'll snap the arrow in half.
Roll an intimidation check for me, please.
Oh no!
You'll do this with advantage because you have a group of 5 people, or you are a group of 5 people that just murdered 15. Right
I needed
then
that
and there.
advantage. 15.
On a 15, crossbows lower in your direction. And you can begin moving away across the streets, thus bringing us out of this engagement here. I will say this, guys, you're running, and as you are, Grime tells you or asks you to follow her. Do you?
Okay.
Sure.
All right.
Yes.
You run. Yeah.
By the way, Haj'Draal is the last one that follows. As the group begins running, he stays behind for just a split second, and he does a prayer for the fallen ones, and he quickly runs after the group out.
All right. You feel your breaths catch up to you as flashes in your head kind of bring you back that hint of fear. Fear that isn't yours, a fear that was in someone else's mind as you see flashes of ice shards falling down on top of you. And it's difficult to shake them off, but you push through the streets, you follow Grime until you hit what seems to be a point in the city that moves further down and sinks into the lake that oaza wraps itself around. The building starts to get smaller, and you see docks in that lake. As you run through the city, nobody follows after you. You sense still a commotion in the other direction. Yes, Emily.
I just want to say, while we're walking, I want to cast message to each one of my party, minus Grimes, about like what I know about the songs of Grimes' target. Because I don't want her to know, just
that
in
you
case.
guys know.
Yeah, I don't want
Very
her
well.
to get that information.
You whisper it as best you can into your hand and then into their minds, and all of you guys receive that information during the time that you're running, as Emily has this quick heads up moment. There's still a commotion behind you, but Grime sheathes or snaps her mace back to her belt, places the shield behind her, and she goes, well, that went a lot better than I expected. Thank you for that. You're all quite impressive, including the newcomers. I kind of missed this, in a way.
Your help was also appreciated, Grime.
I didn't do that much. I'll ask you, now that we are free for at least, a moment. I don't think that the guard will chase after us, considering the people that just died. Will you come with me in what I have to do to kill the Grand Arcanist?
What's in for us?
I'm sorry, I believe I can't really offer anything. My God has given me a mission, which is a rare thing and one that I'm proud of. I have nothing to offer.
So, you leave us? You leave my daughter alone? You ask us to go risk our lives with a Grand Arcanist for nothing?
Excuse me, I must have heard wrong. I left you? As I recall, it was you two and the old man who left me. And I'm only here because your daughter begged me to be.
And
I owe as much to her as maybe you do. Maybe less, because we have
no idea what we have been through, what we are going to do. So, shut up.
I won't shut up. You are acting all high and mighty as if you've never made any mistakes. You.
Not as much as you.
Excuse me, who left her daughter behind? Was it?
Do you know
was it
why I
you
left her
first?
behind?
Do you know why I left her behind? You left her behind to
told.
answer some higher calling. I just told you. I'm doing the same. And she begged for me to come. So I did. And my God has given me a mission, and I want to do it, and I need your help.
From what I know, your god only wants power and money. So you want to kill this Grand Arcanist for money, for power, or for food? I don't know.
I have been offered nothing in return of this kill. Not yet, at least. But certainly your dragonborn master friend here, surely he knows what it is to answer the call of a god. Surely he knows that it is much deeper than anything that I want, than my personal want. I will not challenge my god even if he asks me to challenge him, because I know where I stand.
Well, I know where I stand, and I know what it is to be called to do something by a god. And my god didn't do anything or didn't say anything about this Grand Arcanist, and for as much as we know, they didn't do anything. To be just slaughtered by 5 people.
I don't know either. but I know that I have to do this. And I'm asking for your help. Do you think all the gods, do you think they're acting independently? Or do you think that they're protecting us from something? All of them.
Haj'Draal, did your god tell you anything about this woman or this man or this person?
Violet, my god does not speak in direct tongues. I do not follow direct orders. I simply follow the breeze of the sea, and I follow the winds. For all we know, this could be a sign for us to go there, but at the same time, it could not.
This woman is known to manipulate everything and everyone for power and money. She's asking us to risk our lives for nothing.
I'd like to remind you that you were married with this woman for years before you've decided to leave, leaving your daughter that you brought in, behind for me to take care of. And
Yeah,
I
was married
did.
to you. But as you just said, people make mistakes, right?
Right. They do. Perhaps it was my mistake as well. But at least I'm humble enough to
You're humble?
I am humble enough to recognize that I need your help. And that
Oh,
you
fuck off.
apparently need mine. Because what else are you going to do? Huh? Great leader Violet. Where are you going to go? Please point in a direction.
We're going to talk to Wiley. There.
There.
To that way.
Tell me, where is Wiley?
Right now, I don't know. I haven't asked her.
Then please do. I will sit here and wait.
Haj'Draal steps in the middle of the discussion. He turns to Grime and he says, "Daughter of Edric, tell me, what is the urgency of this mission? Do we need to leave at once? Or can you give us a day to think this through?"
I have already been stuck in that cell for days. I don't know how fast this is supposed to happen, but I know it has to happen as fast as possible. Or there will be some sort of danger. I don't know to who that danger is, and I will be honest with you in that. I don't know if my god only considers his personal danger, but I know certainly that I would, and if he thinks anything like me.
So this
Then
urgency is
I will risk to say that his danger is the same as your god's danger, Master Dragonborn.
So this urgency is because of danger.
That is what I sense, at least.
Can I tell if she's being honest about, like, actually feeling the danger?
Go ahead. Roll an insight check. See if she's being... could you repeat what you said? I didn't hear quite well.
If she genuinely feels like there's danger.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
if she does not do this. 24.
The grit on her teeth, the lock on her jaw at the end of every sentence. You've known Grime to become angry at people with a certain ease, but never at you unless she was troubled by something. So the fact that she's attacking Violet, the fact that she's actually asking for help, she seems to think that there's real danger.
I'm gonna ask.
Yeah.
Do you know who you're trying to kill?
The Grand Arcanist.
Do you know anything about them?
I've done a little bit of research here, yes. As I said, I know that they only get visitations from the Empress herself, so I would guess that they are pretty important and also very powerful. Hence why I couldn't do it by myself.
So, you think we aren't gonna die by trying this?
I think that we have faced, well, maybe not including you, but I think that we have faced worse odds.
This Grand Arcanist, Where can we find this person?
Follow the river west to its spring, and you'll see her tower.
Would you know how long this trip would be?
Let me check. Give me just a moment.
Grime is currently checking Google Maps to see how long the trip would take.
Indeed, actually.
I'll be right back.
Yes.
Also,
yes,
by the way, Vesper, Ray. When she comes back, also.
I can still hear you. I'll just be right back.
Okay.
Okay.
When you come back, also.
I'm going to say, God, man, where did I place this? Am I an idiot? Don't answer.
Yes.
I think like we could try and go, but we can reserve like our decision to kill or not once we meet them. Because imagine if they're evil, then we punch. I don't, but pilot this.
Okay.
And if they're good, we punch Grime instead, for example.
But Grime is not evil either.
No, but if she tries to kill them and they're like good, right? And Grime's god is actually evil right now, then
Okay. The journey would take probably like a day.
Okay, that's
through river.
fair.
So you'd get a long rest, and you would wake up the next morning, like early morning, with having arrived to your destination.
Okay.
Can I save Vesper's chiming in? I was asking Ray if Vesper was gonna chime in about her being honest, but I also want to check myself if she's being honest.
Very well.
Although I don't know her as well, I want to know if I can recognize some.
Yeah, roll an insight check.
22.
I mean, she seems as honest as anyone you've read. You're not familiar with her mannerisms to really detect what could be beyond the honesty. Those are conclusions for both Violet and Vesper to take.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Vesper does want to ask. She'll turn to Grime and be like, "How long after we left did you receive this order to kill?"
It was after Wiley messaged me and Ketri. She mentioned that our minds were in danger. That we had to protect them. And so the best I could find was this, and this blocks out any messages. So it was shortly after that when Ketri started for days asking me to just come here and get here, and the only way I could was through my temple and the teleportation circle we have there.
When you spoke with Wiley, did she tell you anything else about where she would be or if she was in danger?
And she didn't mention anything. The message was short and clear. That our minds were in danger to protect them.
Knowing that you are not doing this for a fat bounty, I am inclined to see it out, but on condition.
Name it.
If we deem this woman to be not a threat, I will not participate in the assassination.
Will you stop me?
If I feel it is necessary, I might.
Then I guess we'll have it out then. If it does turn out to be necessary.
I cannot condone killing a woman or anyone for no reason. It is not my God asking it of me, but with everything that has been going on recently, I have encountered many gods that I did not wish to. However, they're connected. And if I have to fight you, or if I have to fight her, that is yet to be determined.
I respect that, Vesper. I welcome you to try to stop me.
She won't be the only one.
Oh, please.
I love when you underestimate me.
Haven't you spent just this past time doing just that? Calling me useless? Saying that I abandoned the daughter that you abandoned first? You've underestimated me ever since you've laid eyes on me now, Violet. I don't see why it's unfair for me to treat you exactly the same way.
I didn't say it was unfair. I respect
Then
you.
shut the fuck up.
No, shut the fuck up!
So, are we going?
I look at Violet. Are you okay with this?
Let's do what you said. If this woman is innocent, we won't kill her. Until then, we go with Grime. It's like what she said. We have no place to go right now. Might as well.
All right, I'll get us a boat immediately. And we'll go. Thank you to all of you. I know how hard it must be to trust someone like me. But I hope that you understand that my incredible predictability maybe is a weapon that you can use. Right now, this weapon is aimed at someone that is important to whatever is happening. I don't know what happens if I fail. Or at least, I don't want to think about what will happen if I fail.
Unfortunately, we do know what happens if we fail.
Then let's just do our best not to. Alright, so, she's going to find you a boat and pay for it.
That's kind of her. She's rich.
Yeah, she is beyond any possible imagination rich. She is God of Greed rich. So you will find a boat. The crew of this boat, there's going to be kind of like a small vessel, because these are vessels that travel through the river. And I will ask you this. During this, so we're still in that day where you've arrived in Oaza, right? So it's going to be until the next day that you guys arrive, very first thing in the morning. So I will ask if during this time there's anything that you guys would want to do as you step into this a smaller kind of vessel that will again force you to kind of sleep on the deck, huddled up if you want to.
Do you feel like everyone hears what we're saying, or can we have some privacy?
The ship is long enough to where you can distance yourselves. It seems to just be not very tall. It's kind of a long barge, let's say, with a sail still. So there is a lot of space where you can have some privacy if you would like that privacy.
Yeah, on that end.
Fuck Vesper, no, I'm joking.
Right in front of Grime.
On that logic, Haj'Draal, as soon as, like, maybe 20 to 30 minutes as soon as the trip begins, he wants to like go to the front part of the ship, like to the farthest part,
the bow of the ship, yeah.
Yeah, kind of like very secluded from everyone else, and he wants to start laying down incense and whatnot to try to get into this audience with his god and cast commune as well.
Very well. Okay, let's handle this right now then. For your commune, okay?
We can handle it later if anyone wants to do something like it.
We're gonna do this right now.
Okay.
We're gonna do this right now. So 3 questions answered with a yes or no. The way that the questions come or the answers come to you will be up to me. So just so that is clear. So Haj'Draal, you set up your incense. You sit down looking at the river. It's not the sea, but it leads there. In some way, it seems connected. You hear chatter behind you, conversation of your friends. And you begin to focus on the sound of the sail, on the sound of the water moving as the ship moves. You journey, you kind of travel very slowly through this kind of winding river, and you become lost in the waters for a moment. And just without seeing anything, just lost in that sound. What is your first question?
Are these questions like I don't have to say them out loud, right? Like I can just think them.
You can think them, yes. That was your first question. I'm just kidding.
Damn these evil genies. Haj'Draal's first question to his god will be, I lost control of my spell earlier, and innocent lives were lost. Was this part of your grand design, or was I at fault?
It's really hard when you ask like that, because these have to be yes or no questions.
Yes.
So
okay. No. I want to separate them into two then.
All right. Separate it into two.
First, asking
grand
if first asking if it was the grand design, and depending on the answer also.
All right. You sense the wind blow against you.
Okay, and the second question will be, was it my hesitance that brought this to fault?
The wind continues to blow against you.
Honestly, I can't think of anything else to ask. That was it. No, really, that was the only things that I wanted to ask. Maybe, I don't know if tomorrow it has sandwich on the menu or something. I don't know.
You can make out the third question to be whatever you want. It can be about you, about your family, about whatever. Anything. Just use the spell, juice it out, brother.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. It's a lot of pressure. All eyes on me.
Don't worry about that.
Okay.
Only
Only
Dalgar's eyes matter.
All right, the third only Dalgar's eyes matter. The third question will be, will their souls know peace?
The wind blows behind you and in your favor.
Okay. And after these questions, Haj'Draal will take this opportunity to keep meditating and delving into his thoughts as the group can sense that he's very brooding and more distant than usual, and he wants to keep having some time for himself.
Very well. Who else wants to go?
I wanted to talk to him.
Aww.
No, I won't.
You can.
I won't be there for the whole trip. I'll be there
Yeah.
for like just maybe some hours.
At any moment in the trip, we can move. We can fast forward and go into.
Okay, so I was going to talk to Haj'Draal, but I sense that he wants to be alone.
Yeah.
So I go to Vesper.
Uh-oh.
Yo.
God, these are adults.
Okay.
Am I okay? I am not myself when I'm with her. I really want to kill her.
I could tell it was very tense. I know you care deeply about Ketri, and you know we all do. Even Grime, though she has her moments. But I believe what she's saying, for what that's worth.
I do believe her too. But I still have a lot of questions. So we'll see when we get there.
And if it does come to it, you know I will stand at your side against her. This is much bigger now than coin, than bounties, than any of us, really. But I'm with you, Violet.
Right now, your presence is everything I need.
Is Grime looking in our direction?
Yes.
Oh shit. Vesper kind of like turns so that she's kind of between, like her back is facing Grime, but Violet's in front of her and gives her just a little smooch on the forehead.
All right.
I just kind of release all my tension and
Okay.
put my head on her chest.
Very well.
And just hold her. Just pat her on the back a little bit.
A kid walks by. Hot gay.
Oh God.
You
Where
guys
did he come
to me.
from?
You guys did
Damn,
to me
the-
last time. Now it's my turn. There's a kid swimming on the river.
Better.
This-
Current against the current.
Emily, what about you? Anything you want to do in this space of time?
No. This is so dramatic. She's just watching it all unfold.
Yeah, you're watching the drama.
Yeah.
To that point, somewhere along the trip, you notice that the river itself, kind of in some sections as you travel through it, is more like a canal. Like it was kind of intentionally and manually carved. Although it does seem natural kind of most of the way, meaning that maybe there were some, parts of it where they needed to direct it before it took its natural course. The water is clear and you can even see fish moving underneath it, downstream and upstream, which is a bit curious.
I thought you meant
no.
this fish. I was confused for a second.
No. Not the fish, not our friend, no. She's
She was
Emily.
the kid in the water.
Yeah, exactly.
She's
That's
the kid in the water.
yeah. That's how I was like, wait, why did he say fish? Oh, wait, right.
Yeah, it's a word too, right?
For-
You look at these fish and you see that they are kind of oddly shaped. They're larger than any freshwater fish should be, with jagged and spiky fins.
And
At
they
some
have
point,
scales.
no, they only fish scales, no dragon scales. At some point, you even see something akin to a squid just moving by. Its tentacles are extra long, its head absurdly small. Just move
I love
on
it.
by.
I hate it.
They are kind of like bright blue in color, and have like these little dots of kind of almost like camo paint, but in a darker blue tone.
I love it.
Grime moves towards you, Violet, or excuse me, Vesper. God, fucking 2 V's. She moves to you, Vesper, and she wants to talk to you in private.
Kind of give like a panic look at Violet, and then she'll go with it, just kind of like, okay.
She grabs your hand and she goes, "You don't have to be nervous around me, Vesper. We've done things together. Remember."
I remember.
I understand what's going on. After all, I'm not dumb and you guys aren't exactly hiding anything. You've been protecting her, have you?
Of course.
Well, Ketri asked me to give you something. It was either meant for you or for the old man. To be honest, I hoped to give it to him. I've always felt that despite him going a little bit nuts in battle, that his sense of protecting his grandchildren was always one of his strengths.
You may be happy to know that he is protecting another grandchild now.
I would only imagine that would be the thing to hold him back, or death. Violet doesn't think she needs protection, but she does. In fact, Ketri forced me to come here exactly on that premise, and she made this ring. And she pulls out a ring that you see has hands kind of clasped around each other. Like the ring is kind of the hands grabbing onto each other. And you instantly recognize that as kind of something that Ketri used to do with her magic. Similar to symbology that Ketri has invoked before. And she goes, this has powerful healing magic stored into it. And she asked me to ask G, but I guess you're the next best thing. She asked if you'd promise to use this to save Violet, or at least save someone that would help save her.
I understand it is a very kind gesture from Ketri, just like her. But, of course, anything that I could do to protect Violet, to protect any of them, I would do it.
You have to promise me you will only use this on her, or maybe on him. And she points at Haj'Draal. If he can help her.
I promise you, Grime.
She gives you the ring. You take death. No. You take. Let me just check the name.
Tricked me.
You take a ring of promise. You can cast heal, the spell heal, once with this ring. It has
That's it?
one. Yeah, it has one cast of it. Only one.
Permanently.
No. It is only. Permanently. Yes, it has only one cast. So you use it, it's gone forever. One cast of heal on it.
That is the oh shit button.
When I saw her, or when I was with her, did I see our engagement ring on her?
On Grime at this moment? No.
No, not at this moment because I'm not there.
Yeah, before. No.
Okay.
Doesn't have your engagement ring. And she goes, well, I feel like I am just blindly following what Ketri told me to do in hope of maybe redeeming myself a little bit in your eyes. But this that I'm giving you is... it's not for me. It really is for her.
I understand. And Grime, Violet has a lot of anger right now. Everything that we've gone through. Perhaps one day we will fill you in on it. But I hope it does not come to us on opposite sides.
I hope so too. But if it does, I will never hold any grudge in the afterlife should it be that one of you kills me. Maybe if it's her, and she points at Emily, but any other of you.
She saved our asses many times.
Right.
Don't
Right.
underestimate her.
I still have my pride and I will not die to someone who plays music.
All right. But still, do not underestimate her.
I won't. I've recognized her ability already. I acknowledge her. I'll just leave you to whatever it is you're doing. I think I have some thinking of my own to do too. Thank you.
Of course, Grime.
And she moves to actually go talk to the captain of the ship. It's an old man. Seems like a fisherman type. It seems like this was a kind of a river fishing vessel that has to kind of be bigger because this river is enormous in some of its sections. With that,
can I just try to talk to Haj'Draal?
Of course.
Before?
Exactly. That's what I was gonna ask. If there was anything else.
I see that he is down.
I'll say after a couple of long hours. This is a 1-day trip after all. After a couple of long hours, Haj'Draal will finally get up and pack his stuff. He'll once again start pacing around the ship, going to the other way. If you want to talk to him, then.
Okay. I will approach him and say, you know, it was not your fault. You couldn't have predicted that.
But I could have, Violet.
Well, even gods make mistakes.
And Haj'Draal looks at her in a bit of a confusion. No, Violet. This was not my god's doing.
I know. What I'm saying is, if even gods make mistakes, what about us? We do a lot more.
Oh, we needn't even to compare. We are far more flawed and less powerful.
And your god knows that.
You're right, Violet. It's just that those were living people, after all. They might have been innocent.
They are not now.
They might have been innocent. They might have been awful people. We'll never really know if it was deserved, if it wasn't. The truth is that this was not in Dalgar's plans, and it was entirely my fault. And for that, I cannot forgive myself so easily.
I understand. But it was not about this I wanted to talk to you. I wanted to ask you, it's kind of a delicate question. How do you communicate with your god?
Well, through prayer.
You pay
through
her.
prayer. Through prayer. A paywall.
That's how Grime communicates with hers.
Yeah.
I communicate through prayer, through communion, but I feel like I am constantly in contact with him, wherever I go and whatever I do, in a certain way. Maybe you can feel it too, Violet.
I don't. But I try to. I don't really know how to pray. I never done that before. I tried, well, in the recent times, but I don't feel... I I don't know if I have the connection with my God as you have with yours. And I want that. I want to feel connected with my God. And since you are the one that's most connected with his, so well, I guess I wanted some tips.
Well, Violet, I'm not sure if there is really anything that I can teach you in this manner. What I can tell you, Violet, is that the relationship with a god can seem, in the way that us mortals perceive it, one-sided, in the way that your god may be watching over you constantly, and whenever he needs you, he will make sure to contact you at all times. But it is not so easy to make contact in the beginning. Sometimes it might feel like you're blindly following it, but soon enough, it's all what you do with the purpose of your life and what eventually comes through that you acknowledge. I will be completely honest with you, Violet. Sometimes not everyone fully identifies themselves with the callings of one god. Sometimes they're imposed to someone and they don't feel, and in the end they go against it. Sometimes it's just not meant to be. But with due time, Violet, I think you will understand if it is. If you want to make contact with your god, I would say praying would be the most reliable option, but other than that, you just have to accept to go where life leads you and see any upcoming possibilities of maybe establishing contact. Sometimes it might feel, like I said, that you're just blindly obeying, but look at us. Look where we're going. Look at the path we've set onto. I think there's always a higher purpose.
Okay.
Sorry for not giving you the direct answer that you might have been hoping for, but
I guess the answer lies with me. But
precisely. You're a strong woman, and I don't fear that you will find that answer eventually. No matter what costs or how long will it take, I think it will come to you eventually.
I hope so.
To that end, Val, could you roll a charisma check for me?
$13.
In this conversation with Haj'Draal, there's a sense of comfortable warmth in your hand. In Haj'Draal's words, sometimes it does feel like you're doing things blindly. But now that he mentions that, now that a man who understands faith and has difficulty in explaining it, now that he exposes those thoughts to you, you remember that your goddess Mayodref told you that you would not be alone. Whatever, wherever, whenever you needed her, that she would be there. That sense of comfort in your hand, not the searing, burning pain that you feel when you have to bring down her will. You sense that although you might be acting like the child, the obstinate child who doesn't quite understand their parent, that the understanding of said parent, of you, is deep. And so is her trust. Your goddess symbolizes freedom. And one of the most powerful freedoms that she will give everything to protect is your freedom to choose. She would never impose something on you, but she will always ask. Time moves on, and the night begins to fall. In the distance, you see an ivory tower, still miles away. It seems to be multi-tiered and square, like multiple blocks stacked on each other, getting increasingly thinner until the final one stretches in one golden peak. Vegetation begins surrounding the river, both riverbanks extending far beyond maybe 500 feet of deep, dense vegetation that then gets increasingly weaker as they move away from this water. You are one night away from your destination, from this new quest that was asked of you. And as you get ready to bed down for your long rests, that is going to be where we're going to end today's session. All right, guys. 2 weeks before we do the next one, before you know what lies in this ivory tower for the party.
It's Rapunzel.
It's gotta be her. It's gotta be her.
The only option.
She was also known for teleporting entire armies into the battlefield. that was her hobby. Anyway, I want to thank everybody for watching, first of all, and thank you for the raids that we've received in the middle of the session. I really, really do appreciate that. Once again, next 2 weeks, we're not going to have a session. We are going to take some time away because we have some stuff to do on those days as well, and then, next week, and then the week after we have our usual break. So we're gonna have 2 weeks break from now on, which means when we come back, we are re-energized and ready for that ivory tower, and whatever's in between it and you, and whatever's inside it. There's many things to discover. Once again, reminder, episodes are uploaded on YouTube if you want to watch them there. And if you're watching this on YouTube, thank you so much. We appreciate it. And we hope to see you on Twitch as well one day, maybe, or never. Who knows? Also, make sure to follow everybody involved. You can do so by checking the links down in the description if you're on YouTube watching. If you're right now on Twitch, their links or their channels are on the title. So you need only go into the title, click it, and follow them. We really appreciate, or I would really appreciate if you did that. So yeah, I guess we're done. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye. And remember, fight for liberty, for justice, and for Super Earth. We'll see you around.
For democracy.
My God.
Listen.